So each and every day I get asked on Instagram at Warstu, yo, when is the SnyderVerse being continued? When is it being restored? Chill guys. So I've not spoke about the SnyderVerse or anything to do with DC for a few days, and there's been a lot that has been dropping apparently, but I'm here to dispel the fantasy, the fiction, and what is really going on. So you know what to do. So yo, what is good YouTube? Warstu here. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. Check us out on Instagram at Warstu. If you want to see the face behind the voice, although I may be coming on camera a bit more often soon, maybe. Also check us out on Instagram at WarstuG, aka The Nightmare. So there's been a bunch of stories dropping, a bunch of fantasy stories dropping. We're gonna go over a bunch of things in this video. It's gonna be all over the place. So let's start with the number one story that people keep asking me, and I dispelled it. The Rock wants to produce Henry Cavill Man of Steel 2. As I put a post out on Twitter, The Rock is not in charge of the DCEU. He's not. Now, there's an article here that is kind of fancy-based, so to speak, and it actually says something that I found ridiculous. In the end, will AT&T allow Warner Media to tell The Rock he can't do this? They can't. The Rock is cash, and this is worth billions. Okay, so let's actually look what Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, the Phenom, his net worth is $400 million. He is 6'5". He's 48 years old, and he's currently shooting the Black Adam movie, which has been in the works for 10 years. So if The Rock was in charge of the DCEU, do you not think The Rock could have done it 5 years ago? But he's too... No, The Rock's been wanting to do this movie for years. So I think this is articulated very bad. I mean, what it means to say is The Rock makes $1 billion franchises, which he does, but not everything that The Rock has done has turned to global success. So to say The Rock is going to come in and they're going to allow The Rock to do the Black Adam movie, slide Henry Cavill Superman in it, I mean, yeah, I'm hearing that Henry Cavill most likely could have some kind of appearance in this, but that's mainly because Danny Garcia is the manager of both of them, and they want Henry Cavill to remain as Superman. But that's not the same thing as saying that The Rock is going to be in charge of the DCEU going forward. Now, I speak to a lot of inside sources, I speak to a wide array of sources, and everyone agrees that The Rock could have a major impact, but no one directly is saying The Rock is in talks with AT&T to take control of DC Films. No, he's not. Although a lot of people don't like Walter Hamada and Toby Emmerich, I hate to say it, guys, they're not going away anytime soon. So whatever happens in Black Adam movie has been approved by DC Films, has been approved by all these honchos like Ann Sernoff, except, okay, maybe not Ann Sernoff because she doesn't really have much to do it. It will most likely be signed off by Toby Emmerich and Walter Hamada. So whether you like them guys or not, that's not going away. They are still involved. And yes, the Black Adam movie has to coexist in the SnyderVerse because it's linked to Shazam. So in that retrospect it is. But guys, The Rock isn't going to produce Henry Cavill's Man of Steel 2. This is a fantasy article. Fantasy. There's fiction and there's fantasy. The difference between fantasy websites and a massive trade is Variety cannot come out and say The Rock wants to do Man of Steel 2 because trades have to answer. Fantasy websites, YouTubers don't have to answer to anyone. So it is cool. I would like The Rock to be involved with Man of Steel 2. I think that's cool. That would be cool. But at the same time, guys, it's fake news. It is fake news. The Rock obviously wants Henry Cavill Superman to be involved for sure because they're managed by the same people. Eventually, Superman and the anti-hero Black Adam are going to have to meet. There is the multiverse. There will be a different version of Superman. There will be different variations of Batman as well. I don't know why people are still making a big deal about Robert Pattinson's variation of Batman being on Earth 2, even though that was pretty much confirmed like a year ago or something. And now there's the conspiracy theory that the Walter Hamada, the Hamadaverse, is going to reboot the Justice League with the Flash movie. Okay, that's an interesting one. That is an interesting one because as we've already deciphered before, in order to reboot something, you would have to completely change it in some variation. So they're going to have to completely change Batman. They're going to have to completely change Superman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Warstu, etc. Completely. The characteristics that they already have are going to be completely changed. And yeah, I knew this one was coming, guys. Now, I've even said this on a live stream before, is at some point, the whole Michael Keaton doesn't want to do it anymore is going to turn into Christian Bale, who is actively working on a movie called Thor Love and Thunder, which does sound like a porno. Now, apparently, Michael Keaton is getting cold feet. Now, Christian Bale is slipping in the DMs. Now, Christian Bale is Hugh Jackman Wolverine level. Christian Bale will not return. Fake news. I've heard of Christian Bale. You might as well go further than that and bring every variation of Batman into this. Just because Ben Affleck at the moment is the only one that's actually going to be doing this movie. 100%. Now, there's a report. Okay, that's not a core report. There's a fancy report or something going around saying that Christian Bale could be replacing Michael Keaton. But this doesn't make any sense because Michael Keaton's variation was supposed to be really pinnacle. So what they're going to do? Just change it and go, yeah, Christian Bale, Dark Knight, cool. Now let's read this fancy piece. Christian Bale is only in talks for this return. The papers have not yet been signed and finalized to return because it's not real, but it definitely sounds like Warner Bros. And DC want to nab it. Him in some capacity to Flash, seeing him don the cape and the cowl for one more time. No one wants to see that, I don't. It would be a major reason to see the Flash. We have to wait and find out. Okay, guys, at this point, that people are just throwing things against the wall. I'm like saying, if you throw things, you throw an axe against the wall and see if your aim's good. People are just throwing things against the wall. The likes of Christian Bale, he's got that much money. He does not want to do this. He will not do this unless there was an actually really good reason. So what's this? Now that Michael Keaton isn't coming back, they want Christian Bale as his replacement. Do you really? What are they going to do next? George Clooney? What's next? Warstu? Yeah, it sounds ridiculous. You're telling me they're going to contact every single Batman, but Henry Cavill Superman will not appear in the Flash movie because Supergirl is replacing Henry Cavill Superman, which I do not have an issue with, but Henry Cavill Superman isn't done. So, I don't want to keep doing SnyderVerse videos, but I get asked all the time to do SnyderVerse videos, which is cool. But as I keep saying, guys, the standpoint what I've been told from credible insiders, we're not talking about fancy level, credible as in direct sources, is that there is still ongoing discussions with the head honchos inside these companies. I can't say exactly what I know. I know a lot more information than what I'm going to say because I'm not a scooper. I'm not a leaker. If stuff's already on the internet, cool, I'll talk about it. But yeah, the SnyderVerse, as far as I know, the numbers are great. As we know, the numbers are really fabricated because a few days ago, something else came out. We've covered this already before. Something else came out which showed that Zack Snyder Justice League was in the lead for 2 weeks after the movie coming out and had a market share of 27%. It's not just about, the numbers of watches. It's about the market share. Market share is more important than numbers. And that is what AT&T, the people that own the company, care about. So people keep saying, restore the Snyderverse. Then you get the likes of Joe Do you think Joe Manganiello is randomly just posting Deathstroke HBO Max randomly? Now, I posted something on Twitter when that came out because I was told about that before that happened. So I know exactly what's going on there. But as I say, guys, I'm not a leaker. I'm not a super duper scooper. I'm not one of these fancy websites. I just come on the mic and drop some tea when people tell me stuff. It could be true. It might not be true. But based on the fact that we've got a lot of things right in the past, the whole Zack Snyder Justice League going to HBO Max 6 months before most other people said it. And yes, I've been on this Justice League SnyderVerse since before the actual Justice League movie came out. So I'm not one of these fancy websites jumping on it now because they can see the revenue on their little websites and stuff like that. No, guys, we've been on this since day one. Look back. I've been covering this stuff since day one, since before there was anything, before I actually even had any subscribers. Not that I have many, but before I had any other following, I was covering this stuff. So guys, chill. I'm gonna double down on the SnyderVerse stuff because I feel like at this point I am repeating myself in multiple videos and people have noticed that, but people keep asking me the same questions and I can't keep addressing it in Instagram stories daily. So yes, there is stuff coming. Can I speak about what I know exactly? No, because I'm not a scooper. I'm not a leaker. It's not my place to say. Is the release, the Ayer Cut coming? Most likely from what I'm being told. Are we getting the Snyder Cut 2 and 3? Most likely if the discussions with Zack Snyder go well. Is Henry Cavill still Superman? Yes. Is Cyborg going to get more playtime? That is something I don't know anything about. I've not reached out to anyone. I've not asked about it. Is Deathstroke going to be involved in the future? Yes. Is the Flashpoint movie going to reboot everything? It doesn't really matter if it is because the multiverse literally tells you can do anything. Is Warner Bros. Going to bow down to AT&T when they say it's happening? Yes. If this all gets agreed, does it have to go through the likes of Toby Emmerich and Ann Cernoff? Kind of. Can Jason overrule them? Yes. Have I answered all your questions? Probably not. But dropping down below, guys, and I'll do another SnyderVerse video in a few days or so. But what is interesting, guys, is remember Ann Cernoff wasn't behind the we wanted Zack to get his 4-hour movie. That is fabricated. That was not Ann Cernoff. That was AT&T and Jason, the head of HBO, the real CEO. That was AT&T and it was Jason. It wasn't Ann Cernoff, so they can put these fluff pieces out on Variety and all these other things, all they want, all these fluff articles. And now you get the writer of Batman versus Superman coming out and literally saying he had nothing to do do with anything. Oh, guys, I really don't want to do these negative-based parts in these videos. But, guys, I'm just trying to keep it 100 with you guys. If you want to reach out to me at Instagram or Warstu, I try to respond back to pretty much everyone, as long as you were respectful and not a troll. So, likewise, guys, restore the Snyderverse. It's coming. I know Zack keeps saying it's unlikely he's ever going to work with DC Films again, but he's got to play his part, hasn't he? Even if there is something going on, which I'm 99.999% recurring sure there is, he can't say it publicly until everything is revealed, until budgets, until finances, until everything is resolved. Batfleck show, yes, it's all coming, guys, from what I've been told. And like I said, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I will make a video saying I'm wrong, but then I'll also make a video telling you exactly who told me. And I will only ever reveal sources if I get stuff wrong. If I get stuff wrong, I will reveal where my source is coming from. I will tell you the source. I will put a link to actually talk to the source if I'm wrong, guys. But like I said, the information is solid. It's coming from the same person that told me about the Zack Snyder Justice League movie coming 6 months before it was revealed to be coming on HBO Max. And I said I was one of the first people to say it. So when I have huge updates, I will tell you about it. So guys, chill. If you want to ask me questions about it, cool. But I know a lot more about what's going on than what I could say. But like I said, I'm not a super duper scooper. I'm not a fancy website. I'm just someone who gets told stuff, and sometimes I share it on the YouTube when I'm allowed to. So it is what it is, guys. The Restore the Snyderverse is coming. Joe Manganiello didn't tweet that for fun. Zack Snyder doesn't keep liking stuff and teasing stuff for fun. Warstu doesn't keep teasing stuff on Twitter for fun, does he? No. So like always, guys, I've been your host, The Nightmare, aka Warstu. And if you want any videos, requested videos, drop them down below. You want me to go over anything? We don't just do Snyderverse stuff. We do Godzilla vs. Kong. We do a lot of other stuff. I will be covering Marvel stuff pretty soon, I think. So check us out on Instagram at Warstu. Check us out on Twitter, WarstuG, aka The Nightmare. But guys, just be respectful down below. If you don't believe me, give me a reason why. Because like I said, guys, I got a lot of info right. I even got the info about Godzilla vs. Kong being delayed. I even got the info right about Mortal Kombat being delayed months ahead of time. But who told me? You'll never know, unless they're wrong about the Snyderverse stuff. So like always, guys, I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.